hell? What the matter with your friend? Hey. Hello, I'll get straight into the video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be more of a serious video. As you know, I do like to make jokes and be silly and have some fun and all that stuff. This is going to be more of a serious video, a little one-to-one talk with you guys, and just spread awareness. As some of you might know, it is Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK. I think it's a different month in other places in the world. However, we're in the UK. As a lot of you might have noticed, I haven't uploaded in a long while on either of my channels, partly to do with mental health. So yeah, let's get straight into this. I'm going to do a couple videos on mental health. I wrote down some notes as to what videos I could make. This one is going to be my story, so you get to know me on a more deeper level. I'm going to get really personal with you guys and vulnerable. Be nice in the comments, and if you really want to and feel confident enough from me sharing my story, you can leave your stories down below. I will be reading all of them and replying to every single comment. I'm also going to be doing some videos on how I have coped, how I have gained more confidence, how I've got through some of the things that I've got through, what has helped me. Obviously I can't speak for what helps for everyone, as everyone is different. Things might work for me but not work for you. Like, these are just my experiences that I'm sharing with you and what could help you. We are a nice community. I know I've barely got any subs. I do not tolerate anyone being mean to anyone else in the comment section. If you are, no, that's not what we are on this channel. If you're gonna do that, click off this video right now. I don't want you here. So to start off, what I have is not so severe anymore. I'm quite good with it now, but I used to have very severe anxiety. I was very bad. And I'm going to tell you my story of how bad it got and where I am now. I've come so far from where I was. You'd think I'm a completely different person if you knew me back then. This is hard for me to make this video, but we're going to do it anyway because I want to spread awareness for you guys. You might think that I am a very confident person, but then under the skin, you don't know what people are like. Under the skin, they could be dealing with severe depression, anxiety, whatever. Like, anything could be going on inside their heads that you have no idea what's happening, because they portray that everything's fine. People with mental illnesses and stuff do get very good at acting. They get very good at acting like stuff is fine. By the way, if you are dealing with something like this, don't do it alone. Speak to someone, anyone, even call up 111 or I don't know. I'm sure I'll find something and link it down below. There are so many people going through the same thing as you. You're not doing this alone. Don't think you're doing this by yourself, because you never know. Your best friend could be going through all this stuff and they just don't want to tell you about it because they're afraid of how you'll react, how you'll treat them differently, whatever. Just know that if you speak to someone, they won't treat you any differently. They'll want to help. They won't push you away. If they push you away, they're not your friend. They're not your family. They're not whatever. They're not worth your time. It might be hard, but trust me, it's better if they're not in your life if they're going to do that to you when you open up to them. So that's a blessing in disguise, I'd say. It will be hard, but trust me, I'm here for you. Everyone on this channel is here for you. So many people everywhere around the world are there for you. You're not going through this alone. We're all here. I wanted to get that off before I tell my story, because that needs to be said first. Is don't go through it alone. Find someone, talk to someone. I'm not good at being vulnerable, but I'm really trying. So my story. I could do a little draw my life thing, you know. That might be a shout. So growing up, I had always been a shy, sort of scared little kid. I was good at making friends, but I would never go out of my way to make friends. I also remember this other time I went swimming, a bit older. I can't remember how exactly. I made 6 or 7, but I did the same thing. I was screaming, crying. I didn't want to go in the pool. I was terrified. So I'd been like that for years. So I'd been very scared, very cautious about doing new things, meeting new people. I wasn't a very confident person. I was very shy. It started when I was, I'd say, year 10 or 11. How old would I have been? Maybe 16? I think 16? 15, 16, 17, somewhere around those ages. I had sort of like I would say, let's put it into numbers. I would say I was on my own personal scale. I'd say I was on like I'd say a 5. It was just there, but I was alright. I was just dealing with it. I was coping with it. I didn't know that I had anxiety or anything. I was just like really shy and nervous to do certain things, and obviously you have thoughts in your head and stuff like that, but it's like it wasn't too bad. Like, I just thought that was normal. So around this time I was playing football. I'd always wanted to be professional and I would play a lot. One day I got scouted for Brentford FC. This was when they were in the Championship or maybe League One. I'm not sure, one of the two. Eventually I played a couple friendlies with them. However, I don't think I did too badly. I did alright. The other people that they scouted were 10 times better than me. They were crazy. I wasn't good back then, so I don't know how I got scouted. But regardless, they didn't want me. Then this other guy hit me up. So he was an old Arsenal coach, and he took people from like Brentford who got rejected, Arsenal who got rejected, like all these other teams from all different leagues. He took them, he was like, let's make a team ourselves. So we made a team. I don't respond well to tough love, and this guy was a very tough love coach and manager. If you did something wrong, he would like beat down on you and just go, keep going. And I don't respond well to that. I tend to close up, do the opposite, and just get defeated and lose all confidence and stuff like that. I know it works for some people. They're like, oh, I need to prove them wrong. I need to do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't respond well to that. I do the opposite of what they'd expect from it. And it beats me up, and I wouldn't say that was the main cause of it, but I say that was definitely part of it. It became very stressful for me to even go to training, let alone matches. He would be shouting all the time. I couldn't deal with it. It was so much for me. I then just left the team because I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I left the team. I was on loan technically because I was still going to training with this other team, but I wouldn't see him as much. And I went to other teams. I did very good there. I was having fun. There was no stress. I then was gonna go on a geography trip. I think this was maybe my first panic attack, I think. This was at like the beginning of sixth form. We were gonna go on a geography trip. I can't remember exactly where, but I remember everything that happened. I think that was my first panic attack. It was very bad, shaking. I was like, I can't do this. I started dry heaving and stuff. I couldn't eat anything. It was really stressful just on the drive to where we were gonna meet. But then when I got to the place, got out of the car, went to the meeting spot and everything, which was very hard to do. When I got there, I was fine. I was alright. I wasn't too bad. It was very strange. So I would say I'm maybe up to an 8. This is like nearly as bad as it got. So I'm up to an 8 right now. I wasn't having any panic attacks, but I was very, very nervous the whole time. I was then at this point getting stalked by someone. It was very stressful. I felt like I was trapped. I'd say this plus the tough love that was going on, that is probably combined with that, made it worse, did not help. Being stalked is not fun. Sadly, girls have to go through it nearly every single day. I just want to spread awareness of that as well. It's not good. I don't know what, because I'm not a woman, I don't know exactly how it feels. So being stalked it's not a fun thing. It's very stressful to be stalked and stuff, so I didn't like that. It then eased off a bit, so it was alright. I sort of have like a mental block. I think I've blocked most of this out because I don't want to sink back into where I was, because it was not a great time in my life. I was very down and stressful. It was just very shit. An awful time in my life. And I don't want to go back there. So I think that's why I've mentally blocked it out. So I can't really remember a lot of stuff. So what I remember is after the geography trip, we had a 2-week break for half term. We had half term. So anxiety, what it does, it makes you overthink as well. At least for me, I overthink too much stuff, the stuff that it doesn't even happen, but it's still there. It's just always there. It's always in your head saying, oh, this bad thing's gonna happen, this bad thing, this and this and this and this and this, and it just carries on and it builds up and up and up and up, and you can't take it anymore. It's awful. This is embarrassing, but like talking to girls and stuff in that way was very stressful as well. I know they're just human beings and stuff, but talking to girls that I liked and stuff was very hard. Obviously it makes your heart rate go up and stuff, just talking to a pretty girl and stuff. For me, with my anxiety, it was awful. It was so hard. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna pass out. I could feel my heartbeat going. I could feel I was getting a bit dizzy, all this stuff. I was chatting to this girl on the first day back. She complimented me and stuff, and I was like, oh snap, maybe there's like something's gonna happen. I was like, nah, I can't do this. Literally, I was 5-10 minutes into the lesson, and I said to the teacher, like, I need to go to the toilet. I don't feel well at all. I need to go. So I went to the toilet. I was then wandering around, and then I went back in, and I asked her, I need to speak to her outside, and I said, I need to go home. I cannot deal with this. This is too much. I'm feeling so ill. So my mum came and got me, took me back home. I was like, the next day I didn't feel well to go in, but then when I said I wasn't going in, as soon as I knew I wasn't going to go in, I felt fine. And then again, the next day and the day after and the day after that, until eventually the school called up saying you've been off for so long, like what's going on? We need to know what's going on. I've got like severe anxiety. I can't do this. I was at the point where I couldn't leave the house. I was literally so bad that I couldn't even leave the house. That's how much anxiety I was having. I couldn't leave the house. Dry heaving everywhere. Like I felt like I was literally gonna throw up. So like it was so bad. Like, this is when I was at my 10. This was the worst I'd ever felt. I was at a 10. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I can't remember what like the name of the teacher's role was, but it was like the helping. I can't remember like what the role is, but she was like, I'll meet you outside of school so you don't have to come in. On the way to meet her, I was like, my mom took me, I'm sure she remembers this, I was crying. Bear in mind, I was like 16, 17, like I couldn't eat anything. We took like a bowl with me just in case, like a bucket with me in case I did throw up. I did throw up in the end. It was that bad. Then I was speaking with her. She really helped me out. She helped me calm down. I was alright. I did eventually, I don't remember exactly how much longer I took off. I know we explained, it was like, oh, take me out of the A-levels because I obviously can't do them. If I want to do them, I'll do them next year, whatever. Which is also another thing that was very stressful for me. I'll be in a class with completely new people, a whole year younger than me. So that wasn't great to help with the anxiety and stuff. But then again, that's what it was. What I remember is not being able to leave the house. So during this time when I couldn't leave the house, I did only twice. I do remember it was just twice. I did think about ending it. I'm not gonna lie. It was getting to that point where I was like, what's the point? If I can't even leave the house, what is the point? And I did think about that a couple times. But each time I thought about it, straight away after I thought about it, I was like, no, that is stupid. You can get through this. You can do this. That is such a dumb thing to think. Which, by the way, please, if you are thinking about doing that, don't do that. You'll think, oh, it's the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. I promise you, you can get through this. Beat this. You can, there's so many, like, you can get through it. You're not alone. It might feel that way, but trust me, you're not. You can get through it. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always all the other quotes and stuff that I can't remember. Just trust me, it's bad now, but it will get better. Believe me. I know it's hard to believe that right now, but trust me, it will. We're all here for you. Even if there's no one you want to speak to there, leave a comment down below, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I will respond and I will be there for you. As well as I'm sure everyone else in the comments will also be there for you. That's what we're here for. But trust me, if you ever have that thought, don't ever act on it. It's so stupid. I'm not calling you stupid, by the way, but the thought is ridiculous. It's not worth it. But trust me, you'll be fine in the end. It is very hard now, I understand. I have been there. But you'll get through it. You just gotta be persistent, work on it, and I believe in you. Love you. Everyone loves you. Remember that. Repeat that after me. Everyone loves you. I am the best. I am confident. I am amazing. Roll your shoulders back. Sit up straight. Smile. You got this. I believe in you. My friends were so supportive. They were coming around and like checking up on me and stuff, and like eventually I could leave the house. I would go on like walks midday when there was like barely anyone outside. I would like listen to stories in my headphones, just go for walks, and then gradually get further and further and further out. And then I would eventually go to the park and play football with one of my friends, who I wasn't even that close to at the time, which definitely brought us a bit closer then, a lot closer then. So I'll play football with him, and then some other people I play with, and I gradually get more confident and more confident. Then I did end up just going into school, because there was no stress of exams. I think that's what it was as well. There was the stress of the exams over my head, thinking like, if I don't pass these, what am I going to do with my life? I don't know what the hell I can do with my life. If I don't pass them, my life is over, blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, I dropped out. I didn't do any of the exams. My life is not over. I am fine. So don't worry. If you are doing exams right now, don't worry. Definitely try to get the best you can. If you can't, It's not the end of the world. It's fine. I'm doing fine. My brother, actually, I doubt he failed all of them, but he is honestly doing so well now. And I don't think he has any A-levels. I don't know what his GCSEs were, but he is doing so well. That kind of explains why you don't need A-levels. You don't need, he didn't go to uni. Like, he's doing very well, so don't worry. What the fuck is it? That's supposed to be a sports car, by the way. Oh well. So yeah, I would go into school, there was no stress of exams, so I was like, okay going in. I would take my guitar. Also, during this time, I would watch loads of YouTube videos. I found, this was before I could leave the house. I was watching loads of YouTube videos. I went down an Ed Sheeran rabbit hole, and it brought me to music. And I've always loved singing and stuff. I'm not the best, but I've always loved singing and music and all this stuff. And then watching loads of Ed Sheeran stuff, as you can see, I've got his guitar here and one of his albums. I've also gone to one of his concerts as well, which was in one of my other videos. I'll leave the card up here or up here, depending on where it is. It's in that video. Yeah, he really helped me during this time. I would play guitar whilst I couldn't leave the house. I would learn new songs. I learned how to play the guitar. I was alright at guitar. I haven't played in a good few years now, but I was pretty decent. It really helped me. I would then take the guitar into school and I would meet everyone in the study area where it's supposed to be quiet, but that's where people just hung out. So I'd take it there, we would like sing and play songs together and stuff. So I got confident enough to feel like I could actually go into school again and do my exams. So I then went to go see that teacher again that I spoke to ages ago. I was like, I want to come back in, I want to go to my classes, I want to do my exams. I feel like I can do them. I'm feeling more confident now. I'm feeling okay. She was like, alright, cool, I'll send the email off, we'll sort this out, you can get back into it, blah, blah, blah. I then went to go study, do my stuff. I felt really lightheaded. Like, I was just getting more panicky again. I was getting my panic attacks. I was just like, I can't do this. She sent the email. I then went in there about half an hour later, after trying to study, and was like, second thought, I can't do this. So I felt peak, because she had to then send another email saying, we're not doing it. Yeah, I then decided that was me done. I'm going to drop out of this school altogether. I'm not going to do my exams. So then I thought at the time my football stuff is over. I couldn't do that. It was too stressful. That wasn't for me. I then decided to go into music, writing music, performing and stuff. And you might be thinking, isn't football less stressful than performing up on stage by yourself? Yes, it is, probably. I don't know. There was just something about it that music is just like, it's different and it's like, it's something else. Then I then decided I wanted to do music. I looked at some music colleges and I found BCE or BCA. They go by two different names. It is a very good college. I would definitely recommend going there. I found it was amazing. Teachers there are just so good. It's a sick college basically. I really enjoyed it. The first year was great. Obviously performing was so hard for me. I forced myself to go there because I wanted to grow out of this shell that I was stuck in. It was such a low time for me. This is when I was at my 10, by the way. Back when I was throwing up and stuff. At this point, I'd say I was at maybe an 8 or a 7. So I was going there. I wasn't doing performances. I was just doing like accompanying guitar, which was very hard for me still, even though I'm not like the main center of attention. A good time in my life. I really enjoyed college. The first year was probably better than the second year. It really did help me. It helped me grow out of my shell and stuff. It helped me gain confidence because it showed that I could go up on stage, which was very, very stressful, and survive. Like, it wouldn't kill me, which is the main thing about it. It's like you feel like that small thing, like that exam is gonna kill me. It's not. It's just an exam. You'll be fine. It really helped me gain confidence, grow out of the shell, and flourish to who I am today. That is so wet. I don't want to get too into everything as this video is already very long as it is. I'm going to speak about what helped me get out of my down and dark state in the next video. So I'm going to explain what helped me and stuff. But that is my story of my anxiety and mental health and stuff. I also, during the second year of college, I also got a job which is in retail, so obviously you're speaking to a lot of strangers, which also a lot helped me. That is not English. It helps me a lot. I'm not going to get too into what helps me because I want to put that in another video. So this is just my story. What I'm doing now is I'm just at work, very confident, very good. I feel good. I'm a confident guy now, in a way. I'm still shy sometimes. I still sometimes get back to some anxiety. It's not that I have no anxiety at all. I still have it, don't get me wrong. I know how to tell it to fuck off, and to do what I want. Because at the end of the day, you get one life. Personally, for me, I didn't want to do it sitting at home, just worrying about everything. So I wanted to make sure I got out of this state, and I did. And I'm still growing now. I'm still pushing myself and growing and getting out of this shell still. You will have your down days. You will have your down days. Don't worry. They're not a setback. They are not a setback. They're just some days you're down. Maybe for this reason, for that reason, not enough sleep. There's so many reasons you could be down. That is not a setback. Don't ever think that. You are moving forwards, and I'm proud of you. That's been this video. Remember, if you are feeling confident enough, leave your stories down below if you want to. Don't have to. Leave a like if you did like this. And just share this story, or even your story. Make a video of your own story. Post it on the internet if you want to. Spread awareness. Just spread awareness in any way. Any way can help. You never know, you could save a life one day. I've made this video to spread awareness, be vulnerable for you guys, to show that I have been in a very, very bad state, and I am now, I would say, out of it. So far from where I was, like, honestly, so far from where I was. So yeah, I want to spread awareness to say that you too can do that. For anyone who's suffering in silence, please don't suffer in silence. I'm going to try to find something. I'll leave something down there. Message someone, call someone, whatever. Just don't do it alone, please. And I love you all. Love yourselves. Love everyone. Fuck the haters. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm going to talk about what helped me get out of my state. Bye. Love you.